Zimbabwe is faced by a series of multifaceted challenges across all fronts: drought, economic meltdown, and a volatile political and social environment. The situation is seemingly making women prone to violence and abuse. The country's young women are crying out.
The environment becomes even worse because before it had gotten to where it is, young women still had issues economically, but now it's more like it's double the impact, and that leads to vulnerability, as I mentioned, and opting to survive using means that can actually be destructive to the young women themselves. So we are at a point where there is now need for innovative solutions for the young women within our nation.
As the economic woes continue to ravage communities, life has become difficult for most Zimbabweans who are grappling with the high cost of living and shortages of basic commodities such as food, water, and electricity. Women and girls are increasingly being targeted by sexual predators who take advantage of their vulnerability.
As long as you're on the receiving end, you're vulnerable. You become dependent. And for example, with our young women in tertiary institutions, when they do not have that independence economically, they are vulnerable to these older men who prey on young women. And so we need to come up with practical initiatives to make sure that they can stand on their own feet economically, to be able to cater for their needs, be it food needs, sanitary issues.
Although Zimbabwe has over the past few years made great strides in protecting and empowering women, the gains made are at risk if the socio-economic problems remain. In 2013, the country adopted a new constitution which provides a strong legal framework for the promotion and attainment of gender equality and women empowerment. However, activists believe more needs to be done as the country still ranks low on the UN Gender Inequality Index.
As Zimbabwe, we need to actually go beyond the wonderful paperwork that speaks to the amazing policies that we have. We want the practical solutions within the context of ensuring that the hurdles that are standing before the women are actually curbed. So as it is, we know that in Zimbabwe we are facing the serious socio-economic challenges where women are so busy worrying about putting bread on the table, putting sadza on the table, because milli is actually like gold. That's the scarcity. How can we begin to talk about gender equality when women have the hurdles of ensuring basic economic issues?
Zimbabwe is a signatory to the Convention on Elimination of all forms of discrimination against women, an international treaty adopted in 1979 by the United Nations General Assembly. The committee urged the country to close the implementation gap and address gender-based violence. Namapolani, SABC News.